morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, today's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Friday the 7th of May. Jump straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, looking at the hourly candlesticks. Relatively bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 56,692 to take a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 58,101. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break back through to 58,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 58,343 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 60,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level is at 59,753. Fallback through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 55,040 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub-54s. Second major support level sits at 53,631. Looking at the MACDs, we have a narrowing of the bearish histograms through the latter part of the day and this morning, supporting this early upside, so look out for a bullish cross. On the EMA, the 50 has pulled away marginally from the 100 and the 200, also providing support. So having just pulled back through the pivot key through the early part of the day, move back through the pivot at 56,692 and back through to 58,000 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Across to Ethereum against US dollar, relatively bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fallback through the pivot at 3495 to take a run at the first major resistance level, saying at 3609. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break back through to 3600 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's new swing high at 3610.91 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 4,000 levels before any pullback. We've got the second major resistance level at 3725 and the third major resistance level at 3955. A fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 3379 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should steer clear of sub 3200 levels. Second major support level sits at 3265. Looking at the MACD, we have a slight narrowing of the bearish histogram at the turn of the day. So going to be looking out for a possible bullish cross. On the EMAs, nothing conclusive. 50s holding its ground against the 100 and the 200. So key through the early part of the day, avoid a fall back through the pivot at 3495 and break back through to 3600 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Across to Litecoin against US dollar, slightly bearish this morning. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 347 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 373. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high. There was a 365.2. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin target 400 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 391. A fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level 329 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay close sub 300s. Second major support level at 304 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we have a widening of the bullish histogram after a late bullish cross yesterday, suggestive of upside ahead. On the EMAs, also bullish indicator with a 50 pulling away marginally from the 100 and the 200. So key through the early part of the day, avoid a fallback through the pivot at 347 and break back through yesterday's high 365.2 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, also bearish start. Going to see Ripple's XRP move through the pivot at 1.6363 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.7326. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.7s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high 1.76467 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 2.0 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.8610. Failure to move through the pivot would bring the 23.6% fib at 1.5426 and the first major support level at 1.5079 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of the second major support level at 1.4116. Looking at the MACD, we have a widening of the bearish histogram, supporting this early morning pullback on the EMAs. 50 has narrowed marginally on the 100 and the 200, so I need to keep an eye on that. Key through the early part of the day, therefore, is for Ripple's XRP to move through the pivot at 1.6363 and back through to 1.7s to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that, and support levels will be in play.